All right, we're live on YouTube. Just getting things sorted out here on Instagram, and then we'll get things rocking. All right, little tardy to the party. All right. All right, just kind of get things rocking and rolling here, and we will get sorted in 30 seconds. Beautiful. Squad. So a little tardy to the party, but thank you for your patience. That's what you're supposed to say, right? When you're completely late and it's 100% your fault, you have to say thank you for your patience, which seems like a little bit of a cop out, but yes, um, organized chaos this morning. I feel like that's a running theme in people's lives, my life, every now and again. But anyway, we're here. We're here at Docs. Okay, and today what we're going to be going over is a kettlebell ladder, single kettlebell ladder, mixed in with breath work. Okay, now breath work definitely is not one of the sexiest things to be talking about. You know, I was talking about it. I want to say earlier, what was it, last week, where it's like when in terms of diet and nutrition. Okay, that's very tactical. It's kind of appealing because it's like, all right, if you eat well, then you're gonna essentially hopefully feel better and look better. And the same thing goes with fitness. You see all fitness and it's like the six pack abs or the big biceps and like getting all toned up and everything, and that's sexy, that's great. And that's being done through hard work, and different types of workouts. Now, but when in terms of breathing, if I were to just tell you to, like, hey, come and join a class of just 45 minutes of just breath, it's like, huh, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the most appealing thing, right? So, all that to be said, this may or may not be for you. In my opinion, I think this type of live session is for everybody, whether you practice with bells or practice any kind of fitness modality or whatever it is. Just because the one thing that we all have in common, okay, not just kettlebells. I know I have a kettlebell addiction. Okay, not not just the kettlebells, not just the fitness, um, not even the fact that we just enjoy moving, but the one thing that every single one of us have in common is our breath. We need oxygen to breathe. We need oxygen to survive and thrive. Okay, and one of the biggest things and biggest appeals to me is just in life, and this is kind of like a little bit out there, but finding the most natural things in life. I find to be, I know this sounds a little crazy, but I find the most natural things in life, or the most beautiful things to be in life, to be the most natural. And in terms of our conversation here, in terms of breath, when we were born, the most natural way to breathe was breathing in and out of our nose. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a pretext to what we're going to be talking about a little bit here. But first things first, we need one kettlebell. Okay, and what it is, I'm just going to explain it. Is it's going to be two different workouts. Okay, and it's going to be quick, super quick. And the first one is going to be a swing to breath ladder. Okay, and then the second one is going to be a snatch to breath ladder. Okay, and what I mean by swing to breath ladder is how it's going to work is we're going to do 10 swings. Okay, I'm going to act like I didn't say that. We're going to start with 2 swings. Okay. So we're going to do 2 swings, place the bell down. And then from there, our resting time is going to be 1 breath. Okay. Long, deep inhale, long, deep exhale, out, in, and out of the nose. The next set, right after we get finished off that first 1 breath, we're going to do 4 swings and 2 breaths. 6 swings, 3 breaths, 8 swings, 4 breaths, 10 swings, 5 breaths. Okay. Now you're using the breath as your rest. And this type of swing breath ladder is called a 2-to-1 ratio because you're doing 2 swings to 1 breath. And you're keeping that ratio right there. And this works as a great warm-up. This weight works as a great finisher. Okay. I just posted a little bit ago, just a minute ago, on my Docs account, and within that realm, or post rather, I put out a workout which we just saw, that I just explained right there. And just to intensify that, you could go as long as you possibly can until you're not able to essentially, keep up with the breath to swings. So, and then the second one is going to be a little bit lower, but a little bit more intense in terms of snatches, because obviously snatches tend to be a lot more taxing on the body and the cardiovascular system. So this one, it's going to be 1 snatch right, 1 snatch left, put the bell down, 1 deep inhale, deep exhale, 2, 2, 2 breaths, 3, 3, 3 breaths, and up to 5. Okay, so it'd be the finish of the snatches is going to be 5 snatches right, 5 snatches left, 5 deep inhales and deep exhales. All right, that's what we're going to be laying out for the next about 15 minutes. So it's going to be real quick. But just from a tactical standpoint of how to essentially breathe, okay, because I get a number of questions on how to breathe during the swing, okay? And the easiest way that I can focus up on, just in terms of nasal breathing here, because I know within certain communities, it's you get that very short karate-esque tightness where you're, okay, like at the top of our swings. Whereas here at Docs, I'm all about trying to create longevity, okay? Not only longevity in endurance, but longevity in strength and longevity, obviously, in life, okay? So in my mindset and my thought process and what I've learned over the last over 15 years of incorporating the nasal breathing within the training is that essentially it just allows you to go harder longer for a period of time, which in reality, why wouldn't you want that within your workouts? And what I've also found I won't be going over this today, are the short breath that is incorporated into strength. Okay. Today we're just focusing on length. Okay. So there's long exhale, short exhale. Okay. In terms of kettlebell training and how I like to coach it. Okay. So, all right. I could just keep babbling, man. It's unbelievable. All right. So, how to swing or how to breathe during the swing. The one most common factor, and I'm just going to keep this as simple as possible, is a 2-part inhale on the way down. On the descent of the swing, it's a 2-part inhale. So when I say 2-part, okay, let me backtrack for 1 second. You have your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Okay, belly, ribs, chest. In terms of where we want to breathe within our lungs, okay? The 2-part inhale sounds a little something like this. Okay, so my thought process, my visualization is expanding the belly, then shooting the air up from the belly up to the top of the chest. So it's that right there is on the descent, okay? So, and then the easiest way to describe it on the way up is exhale with the hips. Exhale with the hips. And like I said earlier, today is going to be more of a longer exhale, okay? Longer exhale at the top of the swing because we're going for length, okay? So just by me sitting down, it's going to be super awkward, me trying to explain this while I'm like not doing a swing right here, but I just really want you guys to be able to hear my breath, okay? So I'm starting here. You can set your breath before you even take off by taking a quick inhale, Okay, so it would be, so you're setting your whole foundation, you're creating time under tension, you're creating tension within your, from your torso all the way down to your lower abdomens, and then hiking back, exhale at the top. And then the exhale at the top, I want us to focus up on breathing from the back of our throat. Picturing yourself, if you had a mirror here, like if you were a kid, I don't know if you ever did this. I was a weirdo, so I would like fog up mirrors and go and do the whole smiley face, that whole thing. I think Harley Quinn did that in one of the Batman movies. But anyway, so that's the sound that you want to essentially be making. That, but you're doing it with your mouth closed. Okay, so it's a two-part inhale on the way down to the swing, and then at the top. Again, this is going to be for a little bit more of a longer bout of the swing. The other version of it would be a little bit more sharp and strength oriented, and it's a quicker exhale, and you're tightening everything at the top, which sounds a little bit closer to. Okay. All right. So good. All right. Any questions? Adam Buss? Doc's Fitness is coming back. 2024. Don't worry. Oh, goodness. That's for another time. All right. So, like I said, now that I'm standing up, we're going to get that bell out in front. Okay. We're going to go with the 2-to-1 swing to breath ratio. Okay. So 2 swings. Okay. 1 breath. Now, I just spoke a little bit about how to breathe during the swing. So if you can hear me right now, and hopefully you can, I'm just going to demonstrate it in real time of how I want you to be breathing during your swing. Okay. So hips back from here. Again, 2-part inhale on the way down and a controlled, foggy, back of the throat exhale at the top. Okay, we want that bell to be floating at the top of that swing for these longer swings. So it goes a little something like this. In my mind, I felt like that was really loud, but whether you heard that or not, I'm not sure, so hopefully you did. Now, after the swings, we're going to focus up on maximizing all 3 chambers of our lungs, okay, in between. So what that looks like is belly, ribs, chest, add a slight breath hold at the top, chest, ribs, belly. So it's a long inhale, slight breath hold, feel the shoulders pull up, and then relax. And you could, I like putting my right hand on my belly, left hand on my heart, because that gives a major feel factor, okay, in terms of forcing me to get the feel of breathing into my belly, getting a feel of that air transferring through my rib cage, and then all the way up to my top of my lungs. Okay, so again, okay, that's going to be our breath in between the swings. Okay, so all right, let's get into it. All right, so if you got a bell, we'll get things rolling. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll get things rock and rolling. Beauty. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So 2-to-1 swing to breath ratio. We're going to just go with 2 swings, 1 breath, 4 swings, 2 breaths, 6 and 3, 8 and 4, 10 and 5. Okay. Like I said, keeping this short and quick, nice and simple. And we'll see if we can get into those snatches as well. All right. So, all right, we'll go together here. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, bell comes down. 1 deep inhale. Slight breath hold at the top. Relaxing everything. Exhale and roll out. 4 swings, 2 breaths. Resting breaths here. Belly, chest. 6 swings, 3 breaths for our rest. Three breaths, long deep inhales. Belly, ribs, chest. One more long deep inhale. All right, 8 and 4. Here we go. Beautiful. Bell comes down. Going 4 breaths here. Two. 3. One more. Deep inhale. Start to feel that heart rate come up a little bit. Exhale and roll now. Okay. 10. It's going to be your last one of the swings. 10 swings, 5 breaths to rest. Good. Going 5 breaths right here. All right. That's 2. Good, good, good. 3. Good. Let it all relax on that. Okay. Now, beautiful. Okay. So that's the swing. That's a swing to breath ratio. You could essentially keep doing that. Okay. And over time, you'll start to feel that heart rate jump up a little bit during the swings. But the whole premise of this is to go longer, harder. How do we go longer, harder? How do we push ourselves through that second wall, third wall, fourth wall? Okay. Is keeping your heart rate down. And one of the most tactical ways to do that is through nasal breathing. Okay. At the end of the day, in terms of oxygenating ourselves, okay, what we have to do and how we do that, and the best, most efficient way to do that is by breathing. Okay. And the most efficient way, what I found in my life, not only through training, but just in life in general, is by focusing on our breaths, breathing in and out of our nose. Okay. I won't go too deep into off the realms because I could fall off a cliff of speaking about the nasal breathing. If you have any more specific questions about it, you can shoot me a DM. Or if you're listening to this and you're a part of Doc's community, we can talk a little bit about it in about 30 minutes when we have our class. 15 minutes. Ooh, coming up close. All right, the next one, okay, is going to be a little bit more intense. This one is going to be the kettlebell snatch, okay? If you've never done snatches before, you can do single arm swings or you can do cleans, okay? So clean on the right, clean on the left, okay? Now, this one, similar to what we just broke down, we're going to be doing one snatch right, swing switch, one snatch left, and then put the bell down and go in one deep inhale, one deep exhale. 2 snatches right, 2 snatches left, 2 breaths, 3 and 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, okay? Now, the biggest thing too is focusing now for this set is on the exhalation of the rest, okay? Because at the end of the day, inhale, and when we're holding up at the top, okay, especially the inhale, that creates fire, okay? The exhalation causes relaxation, okay? All right, so let's get on into it. I should probably note too, you should probably always blow your nose before you talk to me about like breathing, or if I try to like get somebody to breathe, because you may or may not get some snot going all over the place, which it's not ideal, but we're here at Docs and we're all about Docs grit, right? Yes, yeah. It's perfectly clean here, and it's beautiful, right? Yes. Okay. As I'm talking to myself. All right. So again, snatch on the right, snatch on the left. Put the bell down. Long deep inhale, just for one. All right. So get things rocking, and it goes the same way. I'm not going to go too deep into how to specifically breathe during the snatch. Let's, for now, just focus up on the two-part inhale on the bottom of the swing, on the descent, and then still exhaling, okay, with the hips. And we're gonna try and focus still on, even though this is more of an abrupt, aggressive, intense movement than the swing, we're still gonna focus up on that long exhale, that controlled, creating longevity within the movement. All right, so here we go. Start switch. Deep inhale. Exhale on out. 2 snatches right, 2 snatches left. Deep inhale for 2. Nice and loose. 3, 3, 3. Three breaths. Really pushing that air out at the bottom. One more. Forwards across the board. Four breaths. Good, good, good. 3. Shaking it on out. Last set. 5, 5, and 5 breaths. Oh, hey, Chuck. How we doing?
Hey, you have people coming?
One sec.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Good. 5 breaths right here. We're just doing a little live set. 5 deep inhales. 5 deep exhales. You can come say hi.
You're amazing.
This is Chuck.
Oh,
Chuck the legendary. Yeah.
Oh my
You
God.
can say hi.
Hey, gosh, how you
Chuck
doing?
Patterson,
Yeah.
legend rower here at the boathouse. Legend, absolute legend.
This is the legend.
Yeah.
It don't come any better than
Yeah, legend in my own mind. Legend in my own mind.
Is this,
So this is live. People are actually watching this.
This is great.
You guys say hi to Chuck. Got a handful of people in there.
Have a great day.
Yeah. I'll be in. They're coming in around 8:15. Yeah. But it
We
won't.
might have a kitchen. We're not sure.
That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Another legend. Unbelievable. All right.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. So, again, the big emphasis here is our breath and how to incorporate it with the bells. Now, these are just 2 tactical plans, kettlebell scripts whatever you want to call them, little swing to breath ratios, okay, that I like to focus on. Kettlebell to breath ratios, where again, I'm going to put all the description within the caption, but again, I can't reiterate it enough. I know there's first off, I know that there's a number of different ways to breathe during training, and I 100% get that. But I'm just speaking to the benefits of what I found for myself. When I was first introduced to breathing by a good friend of mine, mentor of mine, well, two of them really, but more specifically, this guy by the name of Ed Harold, who actually, if anybody is interested in learning and trying to master the breath with cycling, okay, he's actually going to be putting a live set on today, which you can see in my post that I just put up about an hour ago. But anyway, but the one big thing that I found to be as like that eye-opening experience, and I've said this a half a dozen times, but it's I was in a situation, well, not a situation, but I basically I had to run a 2 mile time for a beach patrol, and my time was 14:56 at the beginning of the summer. Crazy. That whole summer, spent a lot of training, doing the breath work, kettlebells. Didn't run once over the course of the summer. Um, was doing the training with Ed and another good friend of mine, Tommy Scher. And from there, over the course of the summer, okay, kettlebells and breath work. That's all I did. A little bit of yoga, okay. And then from there, I was going over to play baseball at St. Joe's up in Philly. And day one, 6 a.m., coach was like, "Hey guys, we got to get you guys onto the track tomorrow morning. We got our 2 mile time." And I'm like, "Great. I haven't ran once this entire summer, so this is going to be awful." Anyway, long story short, start finish 12:46 was the time. So I was able to knock off over 2 minutes of the run, and I was just like, "Wait a second!" And I had to call, Ed, and basically I was just sitting on the curb. I was like, "What just happened here?" I'm like, "This just doesn't make sense." He's like, "Dude, it's the cheat code to life." And this was back in 2008. So that was my aha moment in terms of what you're capable of doing and how you're able to build superhuman capabilities of in terms of just through your breath. Okay. So again, if you have any questions or anything to do with not only just the breathing, but training in general, you could shoot me a DM here at Docs. I know this was supposed to be on Kettlebell Kings, but I'm going to collab with them. So you'll be able to see this whole workout and chit chat or me just babbling for 30 minutes about breathing and kettlebells on my account, or you can see it also onto the Kettlebell Kings account as I'm about to collab with them. All right. So again, hope everybody has an incredible day. Hopefully you got a little something out of this. If not, you got to meet Chuck, which is always great. But yes, sir. All right. Yes. And yes, we're going to leave with that. The legendary, the legend. Yes, the mouth tape is the way to go. And in Belfast, which we'll be discussing in future, which I'll be going live with Wendell and Amber. That's going to be in a few weeks, but we're going to be discussing what our classes are going to be looking like come Belfast, Dallas, Texas in March. All right. And one of my big things that I like to incorporate is the mouth tape. Okay. During your training. All right. So again, hope everybody has an incredible day, and I will talk to y'all soon. You.